Like, you see how, like, man, him was talking and then somebody else talked, like, his crew. That's what get me up. Like, that's what make me, like, I always want to prove to somebody that I'm, like, they not.
You saw how he and I were conversing when someone else spoke about his crew. And that's what makes me feel like I'm constantly trying to convince people that they're not who they seem to be. Tank Lamont Roach Jr. and Davis are still fighting. And if all of this heat is meant to sell the fight,
it's overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So
it appears to be succeeding. They've had tense press conferences lately, starting with the most recent one, in which Lamont Roach was seen preparing to throw not jabs, but Tank off the stage. Roach is still confident of his chances, but Tank is still trying to get into his opponent's head. Instead of flinching, he stepped closer and told him, "I'm knocking you out quick." This made it clear that Tank wasn't interested in any fake, tough guy act, and he wasn't interested in being intimidated. He's the whole package, and sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best.
What? I say ninth round.
you said ninth?
Yeah.
What's your response to that, Lamont?
Look, he got scared. Look. He looked at ninth.
I'm telling him, you saying you going down in a night?
So I'm sure the press conference may have ended, but Roach wasn't done making a statement. Boxing club in Marlow Heights, Maryland. If people expected him to look nervous, they were wrong. Roach was sharp, relaxed, and confident, moving up from 130 lbs to challenge for Tank's WBA lightweight title. He knows there are doubts about his size and power, but he isn't worried moving up to 135 lb makes everything super comfortable. He said there's no stress on the weight cut, and I won't feel drained at music.
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's you on the game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock.
All that's one way to look at it. But the reality is weight classes exist for a reason. Tank is a killer at 135, and while Roach might feel comfortable, he's stepping into a division that Tank has been running through for years. That's the main concern for hardcore fans. Roach is talented, no doubt he's on a 6-fight win streak, training under his father. Lamont Roach Sr. for what is easily the biggest fight of his career, but that doesn't erase the fact that he's never been in the ring with a puncher like Tank, not as a pro. Roach keeps pointing to their amateur days as proof that he belongs here. Since our amateur days, Dant has undoubtedly developed into a world-class fighter. Roach claimed that although we were both talented as children, we have both changed significantly, and I will demonstrate that I have changed even more. I repeat,
in the same tournament. So, yeah, and we fought in the Junior Olympics, in the regionals, and we fought in the nationals.
Okay. You fought in the regionals?
N round, and you respond, Nin round. What is your reaction to Lamont's terrified expression that night? I'm telling you that you're going down in the night, but how much does the past really matter? Tank isn't the same fighter he was as a teenager, and everyone knows it. The version of him that enters the ring today is a nightmare for anyone in front of him, but unlike most Tank opponents, Roach isn't backing down.
I think he actually took this fight for the naysayers and all this and all the people talking shit about the fight. I think he actually took the fight because he know that I'm a dog, and he want to prove his skills.
He's not entering the ring with the B-side mentality, which is a lot of people's first mistake against Tank. Let's be honest though, because fighters have said things like this before. In reality, no one has ever entered the ring doubting themselves. Some were put to sleep, others were unable to continue, and whoever made it 12 rounds lost. However, before entering the ring, they all make claims that they won't make the same mistakes.
When I see and I go read like little stuff about it, they really be debating. It don't be like, oh, Tank is gonna destroy this guy and everybody is saying it. No, that shit be like real debates. Like, no, this Shakur, this, that. And then not only that, now you see Shakur moving up in weight, he's filling out, he's dropping his dude.
That they have something different that they won't fold under pressure. Tanks typically fight in a pattern. The guys look good at the beginning, believing they have the speed, IQ, and strength to match him. Then, Tank downloads their rhythm, finds a hole, and turns off the lights. Why was it so simple when he was Poe? Martin, Frank.
Talks with Tank's team.
They reached out, but we told them to come back with an offer. And as far as that, we ain't hear nothing decision. Me and him fighting each other, we'll seal the deal on the kings of that division.
Martin was inexperienced and nervous. You know, it is what it is. It's going to be a different fight. When I'm in there, he's going to be a different fighter. When he's fighting me. What's your whoop? His ass, I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds, but I'm always looking for a knockout.
Obviously you and Tank, and that's something that I feel like has built up for years.
Yeah, I mean, the fight has been built up for years, and at the end of the day, if he want the fight, he could have the fight, because he's the WBA fake champion. He's not the, he has the Mickey Mouse belt.
And if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off. Roach, though, is convinced he has the answer, the IQ and the skills that I have compared to everyone else that he's fought. It's just levels above. He said the tenacity that I'm going to combine with it is definitely something he's not used to. I'm bringing the total package that's bold. If he truly believes that he's either one of the most confident fighters to step in front of Tank.
No. All right. Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready. What you think about that? Oh, Turkey said he got your 2 Ferraris ready.
I need 3 now.
Yeah.
Or one of the most delusional Tank. Of course, isn't buying any of it at his own media workout. He didn't even pretend to see Roach. As a real threat man, he's talking all this talk like, I ain't seen it before. Tank said they all say they're different. They all say they got something special. But when I touch them, they all fall the same way. And that's really the core of this fight. Since he isn't known for being a puncher, his life
to him. So that's what made me like, oh yeah, I see what's going on. So now, give me 2 or 4 or 3 Ferraris. If not, ain't no point in me going over there for. Y'all
last. Knockout was in 2018. It isn't about what he says anymore. Rather, it's about what happens when he feels Tank's power for the first time. This is problematic, because if you don't have enough power to make Tank respect you, you're in survival mode. Roach may have the speed, agility, and technique to force.
Shakur's next 3 fights, and the third one is Gervonta Davis. He must be sending not the 3 Ferraris that your boy wanted. He probably gonna send him a couple Ferrari mechanics so they can build him his own Ferrari factory.
He was being sarcastic, like he said, because, Turkey was already with Dev and he was making
this fight early once he presses forward. But how can he keep Tank off him for 12 rounds without hurting him? That's unusual because we battled twice in the same competition. Yes, and we competed in the Junior Olympics regionals and nationals. All right, so you competed in the regionals and then again, and Tank is aware of his diminutive size. Tank smirked and said, this ain't 130, he's coming up here and I'm sending...
Someone like Devin, talk all that trash and then overlook my opponent and then get knocked out.
Tank, Martin was really confident in this press conference today that not only is he going to secure a win, but that he's going to get a knockout. How much of that do you think is false confidence?
Him right back down. Then, with the pride of his hometown behind him, Roach entered the DC versus Baltimore rivalry, and he was treating it as more than just a fight. He said, I've worked to become one of the best fighters in the world.
Hold on. Yeah. When you look at like Devin Haney's situation when he went to go sue Ryan Garcia, is that, do you?
Yeah, bitch.
Okay, cool.
If not the best fighter in my weight class, and now I have the chance to prove myself against a pound-for-pound talent that's great motivation